we came up with this sales training to give sales professionals some ideas about talking points or value propositions that they need to get across to a business owner who is considering signing up. It's important that business owners understand the value and importance of online customer reviews, and framing those talking points related to the value of online customer reviews is going to be essential in closing the deal. So we're going to be talking about basically 4 topics in this training. First, the idea that online customer reviews are your business reputation at this point. Second, the notion that reviews directly impact the bottom line of any business, no matter what size the business is. Third, the idea that reviews trump advertising at this point. And finally, we'll talk about how our platform uniquely helps businesses generate reviews. Okay, the first concept that we would like you to really focus on when you're trying to close the deal is the notion that reviews are your reputation. And reviews really make up what people think about you as a business. And the online customer reviews that people read about you out there, they define you as a business. It wasn't always that way. You know, pre-internet, before 1992, when we thought about a business, the ideas about that business were largely made up of what we saw in their advertising, right? Their television ads, their radio ads, and the ads they put in the print media, right? Well, with the advent of the internet, of course, that's completely been flipped on its head. Now, when we think about a business or a product, it's mostly sketched out for us in our head by what we've read about them online at websites like Yelp or Google or Avo or other review websites. And so businesses now are not as much in control of the narrative in terms of what people think about them as they once were. And so the importance of online customer reviews really cannot be overstated, because it's absolutely critical to the way that people think about your business. And dovetailing with that concept is the reality that online customer reviews directly impact the bottom line profit margins of every business, whether it's a little mom and pop business on the corner or a medium-sized business or a Fortune 500 business. The importance of reviews cuts across all of those sizes of businesses. Now, there are 3 key statistics that we like to trot out at this point to illustrate this fact. First, 92% of all consumers are going to read online customer reviews before they select a business or a product. Everybody knows this. We're all conditioned now to read reviews before we make a decision about where we're going to go for whatever service we're looking for. So if my car breaks down and I know that I need to get my transmission repaired, and I have a hunch it's going to cost me a couple $100 no matter where I take it, you can bet that, of course, I'm going to go up online and read all the reviews that I possibly can about all the auto repair shops in my area, so that I can be sure that I'm picking out one that's A, going to get the repair done correctly, and B, not going to rip me off, right? And so when I'm trying to decide where I'm going to take my car to be repaired, I'm going to go up online and read reviews, and everybody does that. And it doesn't have to be a big ticket item like getting your transmission repaired. Even if you're just trying to decide what pizza place to get delivery from, if you have some friends coming over, you're probably going to go up online on Yelp and read a bunch of reviews about that new pizza place you keep hearing about, you haven't had a chance to try out, that kind of thing. So no matter what the level of transaction in terms of dollar amount it is, or no matter what kind of a purchase we're thinking about making, we're now all kind of conditioned as consumers to read reviews first. The second statistic, 3/4 of consumers say that they will not select a business with a poor reputation. And of course, poor reputation is just code for bad reviews online, right? So we, as consumers, actively avoid businesses where we see bad reviews online. We'll just try someone else out. You know, if we see a bunch of bad reviews about the auto repair shop I'm thinking about going to, I'll be like, well, this one's out. I'm going to try somewhere else. The third statistic, and probably the most persuasive, comes from the Harvard Business Review. They point out that a one-star difference in the five-star rating system for a business results in a 5 to 9% swing in revenue. So you can imagine, let's say you're a restaurant and currently you have a 3-star rating, right? Let's say over the next 6 months you get a bunch of new reviews pouring in from customers of your restaurant talking about how great you are, and that moves you up to an average rating of, let's say, a 4-star rating. You can imagine the impact on your business. You can have a lot of new customers coming in the front door to try out your restaurant because you are a 4-star restaurant. And conversely, you can imagine the negative impact if you move down from a 3-star rating to a 2-star rated restaurant, right? So these things really do matter in terms of bottom line dollars and cents. You know, a lot of business owners, they need to understand that, you know, having good reviews online or conversely having bad reviews online is going to directly affect the health, economic health of their business. And it may push them out of business or it may cause them to thrive if they really have excellent reviews consistently coming in. So these three statistics can be a very valuable tool when you're trying to illustrate to the business owner that, yes, you need to pay attention to these reviews and you need to get more good reviews. The next concept we'd like to get across to a business owner is the notion that reviews are more important than paid advertising at this point in consumer history, so to speak. And there are three reasons for this I like to talk about. First, reviews are inherently more persuasive than advertising. Everybody knows this. When you read reviews at a review site like Yelp or Google, you're inclined to believe those reviews because you get the sense that those are written by everyday average Joe consumers who are just shooting their mouth off about what they thought about that pizza place or what happened when they got their car repaired at that repair shop. Even when consumers know that some of the reviews are fake, right? We all know that some of the reviews up there on Yelp are probably written by, like, the business owner's cousin, right, trying to pump up the business, or the negative reviews frequently are written by a competing business who's trying to bash the business to get an advantage. But even when we know that, we take that with a grain of salt when we read these reviews. We still are inclined to believe the reviews generally because, again, they ring true. They seem like they're written by everyday average consumers. Whereas when you see a television ad for a business or you hear an ad on the radio for a business or you see an ad in the newspaper for a business, you go, yeah, well, what else are they going to say? That's coming from the business. You can't trust what you see. We may be entertained by TV ads from businesses, but we're not swayed by the ads on TVs in the same way that we are uniquely swayed when we read reviews about businesses online. Number two, reviews are ubiquitous, and they are displayed everywhere now. You probably notice when you're poking around and cruising around on the Internet now, even if you're reading some article about a celebrity at HuffingtonPost.com, if you look at the top or the bottom or the left or right column of that web page, you're probably going to see star ratings for some kind of a business or product somewhere on that website. Because so many websites have little relationships with review websites, or businesses take out ads on websites and display their good review rating, that kind of thing. So you don't only see star rating reviews like at Yelp and Google. You see them almost everywhere online. And so we are, again, conditioned to see star rating reviews and customer reviews almost everywhere. And number three, reviews uniquely drive consumer choices in ways that advertising never does, for the reasons we talked about in the last slide. We're conditioned now to read reviews before we make a decision. We avoid businesses that have bad reviews online, and we tend to go to businesses that have a higher star rating. You know, if I'm going on a vacation or a business trip to some other city and I need to find a hotel to stay in for 2 nights, I'm going to go online, read reviews. If I see bad reviews, I'm not going to go there. And if I see that a hotel has a 4-star rating as opposed to a 3-star rating, I'm going to choose the 4-star rated hotel. So for these three main reasons, you know, a lot of businesses that you'll be pitching to, a lot of business owners are already forking out a lot of money each month for advertising, right? And so you can really make a strong argument that by taking a fraction of that money from the advertising budget they're already working with and putting that into review generation and review management, you'll get more bang for your buck. Okay, next, another key concept we like to get across to a business owner who's thinking about signing up with us is the idea that web presence is essential and critical to compete in the marketplace. Now, what I mean by that basically is most business owners, they already know that they need to have a profile and some kind of an awareness of what's happening up on Yelp and Google, right? They know about those two pages usually universally, and that's usually a lot of times the only thing they're interested in. What they fail to understand frequently is that they need to have a similar presence, a similar foothold up there on websites like Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus and Foursquare and CitySearch and Yahoo and Avvo and all these other sites. It has to be across social media platforms. It has to be across a multiplicity of review websites, not just the big two, Yelp and Google. And that's where we really help businesses improve, because we have little apps to push reviews across the social media, and we have integrations or syndications so that we can push reviews to very important websites. So we can really help businesses get their brand known out there across all these very important websites, and we get the reviews showing up on all these websites. So how do we do it? Well, the first main thing we do to help businesses in terms of their review strategy online is we help them get new positive reviews coming in. You know, a lot of businesses sign up with us and they've got a bunch of bad reviews out there already, and they need to catch up and sort of mitigate that and swamp those bad reviews with good reviews. So our platform, our little software, is like a review generation machine, and there are three main ways we do it: by texting, by email, and by tablets. So first, we have an SMS texting function. So if the customer gives us a cell phone number through our little check-in feature on the dashboard, and we pull the cell phone number into our system, we can trigger a text message to go to that customer later on, maybe a couple hours from now, saying, Dan, how was your visit with Dr. Smith today? Click here to write a review now. So it's a quick and easy way to get the customer to write the review on their cell phone. Second, we have a very robust email tool that's built into the platform so that if they give us an email address, we can trigger an email that goes out to them saying, Dan, how was your visit today with Dr. Smith? Click here to write a review now. We also have a campaigns tool that allows the business to send out email campaigns whenever they want. Maybe the first Monday of each month, they do a little special, marketing email that they send out to everyone with a special offer for the month. And at the bottom of that, they say, click here to write a review about us now. So they can get additional business and additional reviews through the email campaigns tool. So very effective way to gather reviews that way. And probably the best way, in my opinion, is our mobile review link that can be bookmarked onto, say, a tablet, like an iPad, or a smartphone, like an iPhone, or a laptop, or a desktop computer. It can be basically bookmarked onto any device that can get on the internet, right? And so this way they can get reviews from their customers right when they're standing in front of them. So if it's a dental office, when someone comes out of their teeth whitening appointment and they're checking out, they're filling out their paperwork or paying their bill, they just, basically point to a laptop that's sitting on the counter. They say, hey, Dan, before you take off, can you type a little, review about your appointment? We're trying to drum up reviews online to help us grow the business, And I'll be like, sure, I love this place. Someone give them a 5-star review. I'm like, it was quick, it was painless, they're super nice, the office is immaculate, they have plenty of parking. This is my favorite dentist in the city of Milwaukee. I hit the submit button. So if we can get the office, end user business, in the habit of using a tablet or a laptop especially to gather reviews from customers in the office and they're happy, they are going to absolutely, kick butt with this software every single time. So the combination of texting, emailing, and getting reviews in the office guarantees every business we work with, whether it's a landscaper, a restaurant, an auto repair shop, a dentist, a plumber, whatever kind of business, we're going to get them getting reviews coming in. The next thing we do is we aggregate. We pull in all the reviews from the web so that the business owner can listen to the feedback that's out there already. Frequently, when they sign up with us, they have no idea what the reviews are already out there. They just haven't had a chance to look at all these 100 review sites and seeing all the reviews that have been written about them. So our aggregation tool in our dashboard pulls in these reviews every 24 hours automatically for them. So they can read that feedback, and then in the second little box there, they can act on that feedback. So we have a very effective review management tool that's built into the platform. platform that allows them to respond to negative feedback. It allows them to push the best reviews across to social media platforms if they want. They can hide certain reviews in a way through our system. Bad reviews are automatically put on hold through the system. So we give the business owner a lot of ways within the review tab on their dashboard to act on the feedback that we've aggregated and pulled in from the web, so that they can really stay on top of things and feel assured that they're not missing really bad reviews that are floating around out there that they just don't have time to search out. And then we also promote or syndicate the best reviews, the 4- and 5-star reviews that we either pull in through aggregation or generate through the tablet, let's say. We can push those across to the business website, the website for the business, onto their Facebook page, their Twitter, their Google Plus page, and also through our syndication feature out to, basically dozens of additional websites. So we pull in the good reviews, the bad reviews, allow them to manage those reviews, and the best reviews, we're going to push those across to as many different destination websites as we possibly can. We also build a little review website for every business that's using our platform. So in the example here, Middletown Animal Hospital, this is their business profile. It basically is a place where we can store all the reviews that we pull in from the web or generate through our platform. And this is a searchable website that's indexed by Google. So just having this second website floating around out there on the internet will nudge the business up a little bit in Google search results. And it's got, their hours they're open, their address, their phone number, their email, their website address, all the reviews we've aggregated from the web. They can even click on the feedback tab there and request or write reviews through this little review website. The About Us tab tells people, what kind of an animal hospital, vet hospital they are. The map shows them where they're located there in Middletown. And they can actually request an appointment through this little review website as well. So if they're really blown away by all these reviews that they're reading on this review website, they can click on the appointment tab and actually request an appointment through this little review website. So the sum total of all the stuff we do with our software tends to really help businesses move up in terms of Google search results. So in our example here, Allen Branch Fitness is a salon, I believe, out on the West Coast. And they are now up on page 1 of Google as a result of, generating tons of reviews, syndicating those reviews, having that second review website floating around, and all the other things that we help do, like through the Google Plus integration, that tends to maximize where businesses land in terms of regular Google search. The other thing we do is we can connect the website for the business, as I mentioned a few seconds ago, so that the reviews automatically populate up onto the website for the business. So we're looking at a web page here for a salon called Lux Aveda, and you can see that when people click on the reviews button there on the left column, that our reviews pop open. A little iframe box opens up, and all the reviews that we've aggregated or generated are displayed here. Well, only the good ones, of course. But you can see, this business, they have hundreds of reviews up there on their website now, and this translates into additional appointments and additional sales. So you see at the upper right of their website, they have a buy button up there. Well, that's where you can buy like $250 bottles of shampoo from this place, right? So normally you look at that and you're like, $250 for 12 ounces of shampoo? And then you start to read all these reviews though, right? After you read like 100 reviews saying, trust me, if they tell you to buy that $250 bottle of shampoo, do it. They're not pulling your leg. It really works. Trust them when they say it's worth it to pay more for these, this kind of thing. So you read all these reviews and you're like, okay, I'll try it. I'm looking at all these people are gushing about this place. So you're inclined to click on the buy button, buy that shampoo based on all the reviews you just read on that website. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, we have apps that can be downloaded onto the social media pages for the business. So we're talking about the Facebook page for the business, the Twitter feed, and also the Google Plus page for the business, which is missing from this little slide. Since we did this slide, we've introduced a new application or a new app that can be downloaded onto the Google Plus page for the business. So the idea here is anytime we pull in a 4- or 5-star review from the web, or we generate a 4- or 5-star review in the office, like through the tablet or through an email campaign, it automatically populates onto the Facebook page, tweets it out as a tweet, and posts it onto the Google Plus page. And this is invaluable in terms of getting these reviews seen by a lot more people, extra eyeballs, looking at these reviews and thinking about going in for a visit, right? And with the Google Plus integration, the main benefit of that is that it moves you up in Google search once again, because Google indexes the activity on the Google Plus page for the business. So by pushing reviews across to their Google Plus, it's going to move them up in regular organic Google search. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, we also syndicate and push the 4- and 5-star reviews out to about 47 or 48 partner websites. And so we're talking about websites like Bing and Yellow Pages and Insider Pages and CBS Local and MapQuest and City.com and Super Pages and CityGrid and a whole bunch more. And so when we push these best reviews out to these partner websites, again, it exposes these reviews to other people who are searching on these websites for a business like the business in question. And Google, again, sees all this activity, these reviews being placed on a multiplicity of websites for the business. And that, again, tends to push the business up in Google organic search. So the syndication feed is extra gravy, as we say. It helps to greatly expand the brand of the business and the reviews for the business, and Google sees all of that. And those are the ways that our product does it. We syndicate reviews, we push reviews across, we place reviews on the website for the business, all these various things we do to help the business get more reviews, manage reviews, and, kind of amplify the visibility of the reviews we have coming in. And that's the content I wanted to run you guys through in this quick little sales training video.